Hello again and welcome back to part 2. My name is Milton, channel's called Little Milto. This is the Makita DTP141Z. Right, and if you watched the first video, you know what this is now. If you haven't watched the first video, this basically speaking is actually an impact screwdriver. So basically speaking, it's got 4 modes in it, and that's what we've been looking at. So I'm not going to sit here and explain it exactly all over again, because if you watched part 1, I'm just explaining it all over again. So I'm not going to do that. So really you'll have to watch part 1 if you just try to watch part 2. But what we're going to be having a look at today is these DeWalt bits. I think I'll just take some of them downstairs. No, I'll just take the whole kit down to see whether or not on impact mode this thing will actually put a 32mm bit, and it would. The impact is rated at 150 Newton meters of torque, so really and truly it should do it. It should put a 32mm bit in to wood and go in quite deep. So we're going to have a shot at that. We've got the screwdriving to have a look at. Is it any good at actually screwdriving with the electronic clutch and things like this? So we'll gather up the stuff. I'll get somebody to give us a hand. We'll get what we need downstairs in the cellar, and we're going to make a mess in the cellar. We would, because basically speaking, I tried that the other day up here with a 22mm bit, and it actually did it in high speed as well, but unfortunately it made a mess. It was quite a big job to clean it up. Right, so let's get going, let's move it. Okay, let's go then. Right then, I'll leave that there. Here's our DeWalt 32mm bit, right, going in. Right, so how do we set this up? Okay, then we go straight over to impact setting over here, right, pull the trigger, and on here we have the readjusting screw, button, and what you do is you press it. Now at the moment I've pressed it, it's on setting 1, and it's little bars, right, and you press it again, that's the second setting, that's the third setting, it's highest power, which obviously we use for this. Right, 150 Newton meters of torque with a 32mm DeWalt bit that I resharpened. Go in the right direction, let's see if it does it then. Okay. That's gonna happen. Whew, yeah, did it? Noisy? What do you expect? It's an impact, but it done it. So that was relatively slow, I must admit, right? But it still done it. So it will do 32mm in wood on the impact mode. Right, that's good. One more experiment, leave that there just now. Right, where is it about? Oh, I'll stick it. I've got it. Now, this is a 6x100mm screw by Turbo 2. We've got the fancy dancy bits on it, like in double countersink head. Or if you want it in the Imperial way, which is 4" by 12 gauge, right? Well, this on electric screwdriver mode, put it in. How do you do that? Okay, we go over to the screwdriver settings. We'll have to set this on speed 1, right? And then we play with this here till we get it to the right electronic setting that we think we should do it. No, I cheated last night. I was playing with this, you see. Now we need a bit to do it, which I have here. And that is this a T30. So will it actually put this in here? Let's find out. Okay. Yes, I know it's not very fast. In fact, it wants to bury it. Let's see if we can actually sort that out and try and put it on 4 then. Right, we'll try that again. Let's pull it out and put it on 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Right. Even slower, falling out. Come on, up you come. You want to bury that on 5. My point is, we normally just put 100mm screws. That's usually the biggest. Now and again, when I'm doing decking, I sometimes do go up to 150mm. So let's try that again. See if we can have a go at it. Takes a long time, doesn't it? The point is, it's doing it. Seems to have buried that one too. And that is on 4, right? That's on, and it has 9 electric clutch settings. Electric clutch. And it is on speed 1, not speed 2. It won't work on speed 2, it just cuts out, right? Okay then, let's very quickly push this over, impact mode. I know, why would you do it that way? You go in, right, and a bit of a flick in the wood. So you see, it's definitely got more than enough power to cope with that. And by the speed it pushed that in, I think we can safely say this thing's going to put bigger in. How bigger? Well, I think sometime we'll make another video on that. Let's get on with this video. Right, so what's up next then? Let's have a look. Okay then, now we're going to be silly. You up there. We're going to see whether or not in screwdriving mode, no, drill mode, sorry, right, which is this setting here, whether or not it's going to put this 50mm hole saw through here using this chuck. Now, a couple of things could happen here. The chuck could come loose on this, to be honest with you, or this thing here could fall to bits. They ain't brilliant, these. I don't like them. They're forever falling to bits. We do have a proper hole saw with an arbor that works great, but it ain't going to fit into this, as you can tell. So we're going to try and find out, and then I'll push. Would it do it? Now normally I would stop and turn it. Still might do that yet. Right, let's go. In we go. Right, we're ready. Make sure it's going the right way, yep. Not full speed yet. Check, see that drill bit's come through yet? No, not quite. Oh. Come through yet? Yeah, it has. Right. Right. Just bear with us, I'll get this quickly turned over and we'll go straight through, okay? Okay, let's get this thing finished off. I'll leave it there, it shouldn't be too much vibration. Right. There we go, done. You can see, look. And no burning, well very little burning I should say. And he actually did it, and of course the bolt here on top was coming loose. It was a bolt. But it held up in the chuck though, that's the main thing. So at push, really and truly, it will do it. Yes, it cut out once on these because removing the material out of there is the problem. Not so much the fact is it wasn't doing it. It actually did it. And that was on drill mode. Okay then. Okay then, on with the next bit. We're going to have some 4x50s or 8x2 inch screws. These ones here by fixing and fastener. Nothing special, nothing brilliant. They're just a basic screw. They've got no fancy dancy bits on them. They've got no double countersink head. They're just plain and simple flat headed countersink screws for the wood elves. The flat head bit. Right then. So how do you set up for this? Well, first of all, there are PZ2, sorry. So we set up on this. How do you do it? Right, you turn it to screwdriver mode here, and on here, which you probably can't see because I've activated this trigger now, there is this little set of numbers in here. So what you do is you then set them up. So it's on 4 now, so you just press it if you wanted 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then you got a P mode, which is the self-tapping mode, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll try 4, right? So how does it work? Well, the idea is when the screw goes down and meets enough resistance, it stops. Now what they're saying is, in here, you pilot hold them first. Okay, fine. It's an electronic clutch, so that's what they're stating, that's what you're supposed to do. So let's give it a quick trial then, see what we get. And I pilot hold these last night, and I screwed these bits of wood together. Bit of an experiment. Oh, like that. Bit of an experiment to see if we can get the setting right. It's between 4 and 5. Okay, on second speed. Yep. Now, wants to go up 1. We'll try 5. Try another one. Sorry for the slippage there. Right, and you can see not exactly fast. I'll get around to that in a second. Nope, it seems to want 6 in, so I'll put it on 6 then. Right. Right, tightened it down. A little bit of crushing around there. We'll try another one. We will give it the benefit of the doubt. We're not going to slag it down yet. Oop, slipping again. Actually, I did well with that one too. So prevent it slipping. It's taking it in, I must admit. Mild damage around it though. Mild, very mild. I would accept it. Yeah, let's try these, see if we can finish them off. No. Pull out and take it in. No, those two it's not taking in. Right, so far 1, 2, 3, they're okay. Right, we'll try basically 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 1, 2. Oh well, I wasn't set for them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. No, I haven't set that one all the way down either. Yep, that one's set. That one's not setting flat either, slightly up. That one again, slightly up, and yet those ones are actually flush there. You can see again the differences in the wood. Yeah. Right, last one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 went in. Yeah. 8 went in, and roughly 2 are actually proud out of those ones when I reset it to 6. Right? So again here, I mean proud. They're not that bad. I'll let you have a quick look at them. Right, they're not that bad actually, to be honest with you, if you actually have a quick look at them on there. Right, I mean pretty acceptable I suppose. Right, so what would happen then if I get rid of these just now, dump them, use some standard fancy dancy screws by some other crazy people. I'll tell you what, just one more thing, I also have some 5x30s here. Just had them lying about. We'll throw in some of them as well and see what happens. Right? They're bigger. I drilled these holes to the size that they recommended. Okay? So we'll try them. Of course, there could be a reset on this. Oh, buried it. Right, again, I'll take it back to 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. I know you can't see that very good, but did I do this on here and show you on there? Well, anyway, let's try it. We've turned it down to 5, it was on 6. Yep, it did it. And another one. No, didn't do that one. Oh, on me. Just my tea coming up to say hello. Another one sitting up. And that one's sitting flush. Right. We won't bother putting that one in. We'll just drop it back in the box again. We'll get rid of the light so it's not dazzling the camera. Ugh. Right, I'll show you these ones now. Remove this just now. Right, as you can see, some of them are sitting upright on there too, right? And some are sitting flush. Out of them, one over buried, but that's because the electric clutch wasn't set right. I've got 1, 2, and 3 just sitting slightly up on it. Okay then, so we use the fancy dancing screws now. I've got the special tips for starting, little bits and pieces to move the wood out of the way as it's going in, and they've got the double countersink head for the flat head. The flat headed double countersink, right? This is what these are. So again here, there'll be a setup job. I'll come down on this side. We'll leave it on 5. Oh, and by the way, if you take the battery out to charge it and don't actually put one in straight away, your settings do actually stay. Alright, right, we'll come in here. Right, these are 4x50. Don't know what make they are, not bothered. Not bad. We'll go up 1, we'll back up on 6. Alright, come there a bit. Not bad. Took that in quite good actually. Quite surprised. See if we can have another success with this one. Not bad, sitting a bit proud. I'll see if we can push this one in a bit. Yeah, you can if you actually pull the trigger. I will admit, if you pull the trigger a few times, you can get them to sit down, okay? But I'm just doing this as flump in to see how many I actually get wrong. And again here, when you actually readjust the power setting, you readjust the speed as well. That also alters. The DeWalt does the same. In fact, all the electronic clutches I think would do that. Now that was sitting upright, and it plicked a bit too. To be expected. Right, I don't know how many that is now. Right, that was in flush. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoa, buried that one. See what I mean? Oh, buried that one. I'll just check how many I've done and count them. And that one went perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. Right, that one hasn't buried in. Don't need you. Right, put this on the floor and I'll show you now. Right. Okay then. Let's see if we got this right. No pilot holes, just straight in with the fancy dancy screws. Right. This one, not bad. That was the first one. I redid it again, pulled in, it did take it. This one here, not bad, acceptable. Again, they are slightly raised. That's more or less perfect. A little bit of pluck on the side. This one, almost perfect. A lot of pluck. This one, virtually perfect. That one, overburied. And this one here is good, and this one here is just slightly raised. Right. So again here, for a knee clutch, that's pretty done well good. That's what you get off them, that's what you expect. What about normal clutches on the normal drills, the combis? They are better because you're using the fact that it's slipping just to finish the job off. So whereas with this one, what I'd have to do to finish them off is take it back and keep playing with the trigger to get it into place, you see, like so. It didn't go in right. So in other words, if that's what you've got to do to make an E-clutch work, then in that case E-clutches work, right? Because E-clutches, as I've said, work on pan heads, which we'll show you now. Now there's some pan heads. We'll just throw some pan heads in just to prove that pan heads do work, because they offer more resistance when they decide to come out the box. Right, it's on one. Okay then. Looks like we're going up to 3. We'll try 3. There you go. No problem. I'll show you again, just to make sure that it's not full of garbage. Pan head, in goes. They work. Electronic clutches for pan-heady screws, or pan-heady screws with washers, or bolts, nuts, machine screws. Absolutely fantastic. I got corrected on this. Somebody said to me, I'm always saying that these E-clutches are useless. Hang on a minute, there are quite a few other areas they work well on. There's only one area they're a bit iffy on, and that is the countersink head on a screw. Like this, that. Because it's supposed to bury in, they're either not much resistance or they're too much. All the rest of the screws that sit flush and they've got there are fine. So really, is it a success? To be honest with you, if that is the way that the electronic clutches work, then in that case, then this is a success. Because all of these here, if I turn this back up again by pressing this up to 5, 6, right, I can very quickly go through them and bring them back into place again. So there you have all the screw into this now. So now we'll have a think to see if there's anything else we can actually do. Okay then, one last thing. We'll now go to impact mode. We'll select that. Right, we'll leave it on its full speed. Basically speaking, one thing we haven't done very much with is the impact. We don't really have to. Is it an impact? It does what it does. Right, I mean, we put a 100mm screw in, or a 4-inch screw in, relatively easy. We did the 32mm bit test. It was me that stopped that because the wood fell off the table, and then I restarted again. That was pretty good because I had no problem restarting either. More about that later. So let's rip them out. Right. Well, fine. As you can clearly see, it's actually quite fast. It's caught me out a couple of times. Right. Good to watch it like I'm putting them in. We'll have a quick shot of that. I'm just ripping these out to show you that it's quick and simple. Right. Okay. We'll just pop a couple in. There we are. This again is the 50x4. Oops, overburied it. Actually, it's quite fast that. I didn't expect that. I'll do one more. Yeah, little impact blip, 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 it's in. So you can see, impact is well and truly fast, right, there are no problems there. Okay then. Okay then, sum this up, is it any good? I'd say yes. Why? We'll go to screw setting, we've just done that. That's fresh in everybody's mind, you've just seen it. It didn't struggle, it did the job. Once you get a reasonable setting on it, it'll do it. Okay, 100mm screw, pushing this in, it was dead slow. That was in the cellar. But what do you expect? Point. That was on torque setting 5 and he still had to push it further. So how big a screw could he put in? Don't know. We'll wait till summertime until we can actually get outside and have to start playing with it some more. But this is just a review now to see if it's any good. You've seen yourself with the screws. Some of you would say there's nothing wrong with what you did. That's fine. For me, they didn't go all flush. But here's the deal. I am used to using standard combis with the clutches on them. And I can get them to work very well. True. But E-clutches could become more of the future. And that's what we're going to get. So really and truly, it's up to us. And as I did say, if they're not buried all the way down, you can pull the trigger quickly and it'll pump it and put it back into place where it should be. Problem is, if it overburies it, mind you, that happens with normal combis as well. So we can't say anything about that. And I bet some of you lot have done the same. So, screwdriving, very adequate. It works. It's no better, no worse than the DeWalt, right? And I will do something about the DeWalt one later, right? And involve this, because, and he mentioned that the key that I got to this pilot hole in it was a success. I would say the pilot holing was actually better, to be honest with you. Although the fancy Dante screws I was using were only 4mm diameter. The reason is, if you went up to 6mm, it starts, sorry, 5mm diameter, it starts getting a bit out of hand more. But however, if you pilot hole, it works, and you get away with these things. If you pilot hole, you get to use a cheaper screw. It's another plus. Screwdriving then, in that case then, was pretty adequate. It did actually work. If that's what electronic clutches are going to be giving us. Okay? I'll stop having a go at them. They do work, and they do work well. Okay? Next we move to screwdriving. Right? Screwdriving? No, we did screwdriving. We're doing drill. Sorry, my mistake. Getting mixed up there. Drill mode. You've seen it yourself. 10mm bit out of this, it went in. Alright, it failed with the Bosch. Then again, the Bosch is rather a nasty flat bit to actually use with the self feed. Right? More time with this, and I reckon impact mode probably would have done the 21 and 22mm bit, no problem. But we're on about the drill mode. I then took a hole saw and shoved it in this, which I didn't like that hole saw anyway, they're bad for collapsing. It worked. It was actually 54mm, that hole saw. That hole saw I used with this was 54mm, and it actually did it. It did stall out once, but that was my fault, not the machine's. I pushed it too far. I knew it was getting close to cutting out, and it did. But then again, you've got all that material inside there that it's trying to remove. It's got nowhere where it can go, and it clogs them up. I just pushed it to see, will it cut? And it did. But this isn't designed for that. But it still done it. So, therefore, the actual drill mode is actually quite a success. Because I also, in full speed, which it should have been on low speed, put a 22mm flat bit in, which you've seen on the last video, and it did that. Brilliant. I mean, what's not to do with that? You got to say it wasn't very big. You forget impact mode. Okay. So next now we move to the hammer mode. Right. Hammer mode was a success, especially with this chuck using normal masonry bits. The problem is we have to look at getting a better one of these as well, and a better way of doing it. We really need the ones that have got fittings like this. Okay, the Bosch ones were a bit of a success, but the Bosch ones still weren't as good as what we had in here. Although they worked, and the poor old humble DeWalt's over here catastrophically failed. Sorry DeWalt fans, they're useless. And imagine if that's what we were going off. If we were going off these and we tried masonry, we would have said, oh, it's useless in masonry. I mean, those bits are great and kind of they work and everything, and we come to this and it fails. They worked, not very brilliantly, but they worked. But the best what worked were the bits that went into here. Quite clearly, you've seen that. Yeah, the big drill up here, this one, did well, but it didn't do phenomenally well. Its sheer power kept it going and stopped it from slowing down, because it's a powerful big drill. I mean, that's 60 Newton meters of torque, and its second speed, well, I think it is anyway, it could be 58, but never mind. We'll leave it. Stay. Right. So, future-wise, basically speaking, at the moment, you're going to have to get something like this to make this thing actually work in hammer mode, or something similar. Big expense. I think this was £28. That's quite a bit of money for some of you guys. Right, so we know the masonry does work, and it is very adequate. It will do 8mm, and I was quite surprised how well it did it as well. Now, next mode, impact mode. Right, impact mode, of course, your selectors are down here for that one as well, but they're bars like this that go up. I know we haven't looked at impact mode a hell of a lot. What is it to look at impact modes? You've seen it throw in, right, after the screwdriver mode, put the screw in at 100mm. And then when I did it with the impact, what happened? Threw it in. Pretty damn well quick as well. I mean, that was almost as quick as this impact up here, which is, again, the DCF, if I have my glasses on, 886 is it? It's probably 886. Which this is rated at 160 Newton meters of torque. I would say this was maybe a bit quicker, right, than this. But then again, 160, 150. There's bound to be a difference, right? And if you take it to the other extreme, the poor old Bosch up here was definitely faster than that one would put them in. And that's supposed to be 180. No, it's not in wood. I'm beginning to think now it's maybe more like 140 or 145, right? That in wood ain't nowhere near 180. I mean, this beat that at putting that screw in. I know that for a fact because this massacres that at putting it in. So if the yellow one can beat the Bosch, and this one just forget it. We did prattling on here. Impact adequate. You seen it? A couple of hits, them screws were ripped out. That's basically what you're looking at. If you're taking screws out, you don't want them going try to take the screws out. You want to belt them and zam them out. And that's exactly what he did. You seen he's put them in and he threw them in, no problem at all. Quite easy in fact. Okay, admittedly they're only 4mm. Point is, you haven't got the same controllability as if you used a 5x50. Now, all this later on in the year, when it gets warmer outside, we can have a bit more of a play. We can amp it up a bit. I'll know more about it. I'll know that how it's working better. So, this is why it's a basic, it's a success. It does actually work. And I admit this. It works better than I anticipated. I did not anticipate this thing to work as good as what it did. I mean, it went past my expectations. Downsides? Okay, I've mentioned it, the tooling. You're going to have an expense. You're going to have to start looking for masonry bits that clip into the front. Invest in this type of tooling. You're going to have to get all these bits here. This is just a cheap set for a Bauer. In fact, there are a lot more than that, but they're spread about the house in toolboxes, right? And of course you've got bits like these. If you want the big bits, like 10mm, 9mm, 8mm, 7. It's Milwaukee, and I think it's about £18 this, or £20. It wasn't cheap, but at least you've got big drill bits. Okay, you can get flat wood bits up to 6mm, right? And you can get them at 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 and all the rest of the sizes as well. So you could get away with using flat bits, right? So you're not stuck there. So you can actually use bigger sizes in this and you will actually do it. But the failure for a lot of years is going to be the overall expense. You're going to have to start looking at new tooling for it. You're going to have to start working out because it's a 1/4 inch chuck, as I said. And I'll start looking to see if I can get a better chuck than this. I'll try and get a keyed one, right? I'm sure I've seen one. If I can get a keyed one for it with the hex on the end, I think I win. Because the problem is with this, you can't go in reverse. I made a video on this and I said it only had something like 36 views. It's not. It's got over 200 views. I was surprised. Yeah, for one of my videos anyway. Some of them do well, some of them just don't. Well, that's tough luck. We'll wait and see on this one. How people are interested. So if I can get a keyed version of this chuck, then in that case then it'll hold better. We can use it in reverse and things won't fall out. I must admit the masonry bit did come loose in it. Don't know why, it just did. But the biggest failure of this one is you can't use it in reverse. That was a failure actually. When I found that failure, it had worked up until then we went in reverse to take the screws out. That opened up. Right. Not overly complicated to use as well. It is quite easy. I did look at the instructions first and I did brush up on them, to be honest, and this is how I found some of the things in here. Whereas if you pilot hole the E-clutch screws, they work better. Personally, yeah, they do sit better, right enough. I must admit, because they've got less material there for to chew up and all the rest of it when the self-countersinking, sorry, the flat-headed self-countersinking for the wood elves amongst yous. Alright, so who would this really suit? Okay then, I come from engineering. I've done fabrication engineering, welding, I've done construction engineering, I've done a bit of hydraulic, I've done a bit of electrical, and I've also done gas piping as well, right? Those last sort of three are the three I'm a bit low on, right? Those are the ones when the guys told me what to do, in other words. But doing electrical work, doing plumbing work, right, means I know what type of tools you sort of need. Electricians do need big drills now and again, I will not deny that. But really and truly, for putting trunking, conduiting on the wall, trust me, this is adequate. It is. So really and truly, those professions, yeah. Would you see a joiner? Depending on what he was doing. I know for a fact I could fit door frames with this, right? Because it will do 8mm. If I'm using hammer fittings, I can use them. So therefore, yes. Because now that I'm not in engineering anymore, right, it means now, right, I've had to revert to woodwork. So yeah, we could use this to put a door frame in, and we put in no problem at all. Oh, one group I did forget about was double glazers. Double glazers are a set of their own. It's another new profession, double glazing, fitting plastic windows if you like. So this would actually suit double glazers with the plastic stuff. Although I don't know where you're going to find a big long masonry bit to put into this to actually work it. Again, it's time. It's an investment in tooling. That's where you could kill this. If you're not prepared to start looking and spending money on tooling for it, then in that case then it's a bit with a dead duck. But this actually works. So as far as I'm concerned, it gets a thumbs up. I'm glad it worked, because I was still going to have to use it if it didn't work, because I'm getting sick and tired of having to wait. Slow down. Quick story. Because of my condition, I have to wait for my boys to come and bring the stuff that I need. I might set it up on the table or something, or on the kitchen floor, and say, right, I need all this stuff you're bringing out. See? But I've got to wait till they're finished playing their game, or maybe in an instance or a raid. You see, if you play the World of Warcraft, you'll know what I mean by that. I've got to wait till they finish that before they'll come out and bring the stuff to us. So it just makes the job not just twice as long, 3 times as long, because then all the stuff has to come back in again. Okay, the belt hook is going on. Why? Because I do have belts, not that, these pants I wear, I can clip it to there. I can now get this thing out there. Then I can make up a nice little box set like this, with all the little bits and pieces I need in it, shove that into my pocket, get the crutches outside, get on, do the job. Job's a good one. I'm only taking this, it'll do everything I need. So therefore, it's a success, and it's a better success as what I anticipated. So yes, thumbs up on this one. Okay then, my name's Milton, channel's called Little Milto. Subscribe if you want, thumbs up, thumbs down. I'm easy going about this one, I'm not much bothered. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and bye now.